First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
And on the line right now, Sheriff Rob Maciol. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you today?
Good.
Wonderful.
I saw that there was a picture floating around where you were pictured with our very own Davey, and I immediately thought, oh, my God, what did Davey do?
He got arrested.
Why is he being arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought it was a mugshot.
Yes.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. It was just a positive shot. And by the way,
The sheriff pardoned Davey.
Davey, your brother-in-law, is it?
Yes, Bill.
Had a huge event over the weekend at his farm, and they brought in kids. They had like over 300 kids at that holiday thing.
Yeah, he brought in Santa for the kids and gave out cookies and goodie bags.
Pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Very nice. Okay, Sheriff, good morning. Now, do we have any more information on that crash in Floyd, which was terrible?
We released the name of the individual that was killed. Still working on the investigation. Obviously, waiting for additional, more specific reports back from the Onondaga County Medical Examiner's Office. But we were able to positively identify the victim. As I spoke that in the morning after, I mean, we knew who the occupant was, but by policy, until we get confirmation, we can't release the name, just to be on the safe side. So.
All right, fair enough. And then we are in the midst of hunting season right now, deer hunting season.
We are, and it's almost like whether we're talking about boating season, snowmobile season, which will be coming up soon here, hunting season, there's always an accident. So we try to continue to stress common sense stuff to folks out there. I mean, firearm safety is certainly one of the most important. You got to know your weapon, know how to use your weapon, know how to safely use the weapon. And then obviously there's the personal protection. You want to be seen by other hunters. You don't want to be mistaken for something moving in the brush, because unfortunately we know that a lot of the folks who, only go hunting once or twice a year, they get out there, they see moving in the bushes or in the thick, and they get excited and they fire at it. And sadly, we've seen in the past, where they've shot a person. So, it's all common sense. And I sometimes I feel like I'm, doing elementary stuff, but we want to remind folks to wear fluorescent orange or pink, something that's going to, stand out to other people. It's not going to affect the deer. That's a color they don't see. Another thing we want to remind folks, you can only hunt 30 minutes before sunrise until 30 minutes after sunset. And, you got the entire day. Obviously, you got 30 minutes on both sides of the day, but we still, unfortunately, have people who try to go out and hunt illegally. And again, like I said, be prepared. If you're going to be in a tree stand, make sure that tree stand is, you wouldn't want to put a guy like me, 270 pounds, in a tree stand that's weighted for 150 pounds. We've seen that before. Again, it's all common sense stuff, but unfortunately every year we have an accident. Luckily, this one over the weekend was not life-threatening, so that's a positive. But again, we cannot stress personal safety enough when it comes to hunting.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, I guess I didn't realize that about the rule regarding people hunting outside of the allotted hours. I guess I didn't realize that there were allotted hours.
There's a thing called deer jacking, and you'll take a flashlight and you'll shine it into the eyes of the deer, and they freeze. So you see that.
Exactly. Just like when you meet that deer in the road and he sees your headlights, he's going to freeze, or she's going to freeze. And unfortunately, people will spotlight the deers in the deers. There we go. Deer in the woods or in the open fields along when they're driving down the road, and they'll stop. And unfortunately, we have people that commit, break that law. So again, it's a great recreation. I am not a deer hunter, but I have hunters in my family who go out on a regular basis. I'm a fisherman. I'm not a big fan of the cold weather anymore, so I'm a June and July and August fisherman on a boat. But, again, we just want to stress personal safety. I cannot say that enough to people.
Well, and I would also probably urge people to pay attention to posted markers, because you don't want to be trespassing on somebody's land during hunting season.
Yeah, what you have to do each year, you've got to get permission from the landowner. in order to hunt on their land. Even if you're a regular and you go every year, you've got to get permission annually. Another thing, if you shoot the deer and the deer it goes off the property that you're legally allowed to hunt on,
right,
you cannot go on another person's property again to track your deer unless you have permission.
Yeah.
And if it's land that is marked no trespassing, or if you've been told
you're out of luck.
You're out of luck.
Yeah.
And again, it's all about respect. I mean, we had a situation personally that happened to us this year. We own here at the farm we have land. My son had been watching a buck grow over the early part of the season. And, he was looking forward to maybe going out and finding that 8-pointer. And, someone went on to our land. Again, it's not marked. It's not marked no trespassing. But they never took the time to check with the new landowner because it's a piece of property we recently purchased near our farm. And they went on and they shot the deer that my son had been watching for and we knew that because we have trail cams out there. And obviously the individual apologized, and we know of him. But again, you just got to take the time to get permission, and it's respect, and that's we got to make sure that we respect the landowners.
Yeah, and there's a lot of apps you can get now. I mean, anybody that I've talked to that's in my business that's a hunter has Onyx, which is it's a GPS activated map that'll tell you where the property lines are and who owns the property. And there are other apps like Landglide and things like that. So you just got to really be diligent about that.
There's no excuse to like I said, to be on someone else's land without permission. So
that goes for snowmobiling as well, right? You may not have permission to go on somebody's property, so you should follow the trails. Yeah.
We'll be talking about that in a couple of weeks. The trails don't open until hunting season closes for obvious reasons. That's an up-and-coming thing we're going to be talking about also.
And boy, is there snow up north.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A lot of it. So
my colleagues, the sheriffs in the northern counties, they definitely got their fair share. I do like snow for Christmas. Put up my Christmas lights yesterday, but I wouldn't be too happy if I got 5 feet like they did in other parts of the state. Both
5 feet of snow. I mean, it's unbelievable. That's a lot of snow. All right, Sheriff, we appreciate it as always. Thank you for the time, and people just stay safe out there.
Exactly. And one last thing, I'll be calling Andrew to make a time to come in because, again, my annual competition here with Utica-Mac, I'll be bringing in my New Holland tractor this week. So we can get that friendly competition going. So we just did the pickup from Clinton Tractor, and I'll be making my appointment.
We do have a $300 bid on the Utica-Mac right now. So let's see. We'll wait for yours to get in, and we'll get rolling here.
Sounds good, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks so much.
All right.
This year, the money goes to Real Men Get Tested for Cancer, which gets that message out. Really I feel like one of the greatest gifts that a father could give to his family is being tested and making sure you're around.
For holidays to come.
For many holidays to come.